Hey, what is it, be sexy beaks, because it's Tristan here, and I'm bringing you guys Funny Short Stories, episode number 6, I believe, where I'm going to be telling you 4 funny short stories from my life, and I'm going to start out with a pretty long story, and then go into kind of some shorter stories. And this is actually all chronologically. In the last 2 or 3 months, some pretty funny stuff has happened that I do quite enjoy. So, I went to the orthodontist in December, like, it was right before break, and so I went to the orthodontist, I'm like, okay, right before winter break, and so I go there, and I'm driving there. It's a pretty, it's a pretty long drive. It's like the next city over or whatever. So I went there, and it's a pretty long drive, and so, you know, I go get my teeth looked at, and they're like, okay, good, your braces are coming off in February, and they did, oh my god. So anyway, they told me that, and so I'm like, okay. So I get in my car, and I'm driving on the way back, right? I'm going on the highway, and the speed limit is like 55, and it's like the speed. It's not the speed limit. Sorry, it's just the suggested speed or whatever here in Oregon. So it's 55, and so you can go like 65 without getting pulled over. You can go 70 with probably not going to be pulled over. So I'm in the left lane driving back, and I'm going like 67, 70 miles an hour, right? I'm going pretty fast. And there's this lady in this little kind of, what was it? It was like a hatchback. She was in this hatchback, and she was like following me, and she was really, really close on my ass as I'm, you know, going above the speed limit in the left lane, obviously. And so she clearly wanted to pass me as I was driving in the left lane. And so I'm driving in the left lane, I'm going faster than the speed, and so she's like, okay, I don't know why you want to pass me, and I also don't know why you're on my ass if I'm going faster than the speed limit. So I'm like, okay, I'm driving, you know, not really thinking much of it, and so this continues a little bit, and I brake check her, because I'm like, okay, get the fuck off my ass, we're driving going, you know, like 70 miles an hour, I would prefer that you aren't right on my bumper, like that'd be really nice, thank you so much. So I tap on my brakes a little bit, and she sees the brake lights, and she slows down a little bit, right? And she's like, oh, fuck. So she turns on her brights. Like, she gets really pissed off. And, like, I don't know why she hasn't passed me at this point. And so she's still, like, right behind me. She's got her brights on. Like, she's pissed. She's like, she wants to pass me. I don't know why. We're going pretty fast. Like, look, we're all going to get there around the same time. I'm going faster than the speed limit. You're going to be fine, lady. So she does it. She turns on her brights, and so I'm like, okay. She probably wants to pass me. So I speed up really fast. I probably get going like 85 ish miles an hour. So I go really far ahead, right? And I'm ahead, and there's this other car, and she totally had the opportunity to pass me. She could have passed me on my right. That's totally fine. It's totally legal if there's an asshole in the left lane like this guy. You know, going that fast, as I was. And so I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna give her the opportunity to pass me, but I'm kind of gonna be a dick about it. So she turns off her brights, and she like kind of speeds up, and she doesn't even get into the right lane at this point. Like, she did at one point, but she still never passed me. So she she's following me, and I go faster. She totally had the opportunity to pass me on the right. So we're still driving, and she's behind me, her brights are off, and so we get back up to the same thing. She's on my ass. I'm going above the speed limit, so I'm like, okay, well, let's brake check her a little harder this time. Let's be a little bit more serious. So I do the same thing, and you know, she turns on her brights, and then I just kind of keep her right behind me, and she's still following me. Now, I also did something horrible. I did something so bad that only I have done, and I did this in my first race video that I talked about a while ago. Like, I raced my brother. A really interesting and good technique. So the highway's only 2 lanes, right? The highway's only 2 lanes on each side. And so I just basically matched with the car to my right. So I'm going as fast as the car to my right, and she's right behind me. So she literally cannot pass me, even if she wanted to legally, without going over the double yellow, right? So so I have her pinned right behind me, and she's pissed. She's got her brights on. You can see her like in her car, like flailing around, like she's so mad. And I'm just like, just driving like a fucking asshole, looking at her in my rearview mirror. I'm like, you know what? This is why you stay off my ass. Like, if we're gonna drive and we're gonna go like fast and shit, do not be a car length away from my fucking bumper. Just don't do it. And so I'm like matching with this car. She's got her brights on. She's fucking flailing. She's like pissed. And it's only her in the car, and it's only me in my car, so I'm just dying. I'm finding it hilarious. And so I do the same thing. I speed up really fast, and then you know, she turns off her brights, and I think this time she went into the right lane, because I did this a few times. And so she goes into the right lane, and I kind of get equal with her, but I never like let her pass me, nor did she have she did have the opportunity to, but nor did she like take that opportunity to actually pass me. And so we stay doing that. I think I ended up doing the car thing one more time. She's pissed. She's so pissed. And I'm, you know, at this point, actually, I started going the exact same speed as the other car in the right lane. So it's just above the speed limit. Like, it's just about the speed limit, just above, barely above. She's got her brights on. She's flailing around. She's pissed. So that continues for about pretty much all of the ride home, like from the orthodontist. And it's probably a 10, 15 minute, 20 minute drive. Pretty funny. Doing that to her most of the time because she just had to ride my ass the whole time. And so I'm like, you know what? No, you earned this. And so we get to the light, and obviously so much. Anyway, so we get to the light, and I'm taking a left, and she's going straight, like she's staying true. And so I get to see her, and she goes by, and she like looks over me and glares, and she's like pissed, still kind of like she's so mad, and I'm just dying. Like I just gotta look at her, and I like made eye contact with her, like, yeah, you just got fucking owned. Like, don't do that to me. And she was so mad. I found it absolutely hilarious. So guys, if you're ever going to ride my ass, I will brake check you, as told by these later stories, and I will laugh my ass off while doing it, because if you hit me, it's your fault here in Oregon. So anyway, yeah, that's some car insurance money I can get, but just don't ride my ass. It's not that hard. Like when you're driving, like just don't be right up on other cars. And so anyway, then I have another story, which I think happened later or earlier than this one. I don't remember. I don't really care, but it was also a brake checking story. All of these are car-related stories. With car-related stories, I find some of the funniest. So, okay, I'm driving with my friend. We're coming back from lunch, and it's really not that far of a drive from where we went to lunch and to our school. It's like this convenience store right down the street. Really, really easy to go to, and there's like a pizza place right next to it. So, anyway, I'm driving back, and the speed limit's like 35. I'm going like 40, right? No big deal. Up over this hill. Going up over this hill, there's this yellow truck behind me, a big-ass fucking truck. Huge truck, dude. And, you know, it's like one of those, like, lifted, like, it's just ridiculous. It's a big truck. I don't know what kind, but it was a big yellow truck. And, you know, you don't really see yellow trucks that often, and that's why I thought it was interesting. So, I'm driving. They are right on my ass, and I'm going faster than the speed limit again. And I'm like, okay, well, you know what? No. No, not today. Not today. So I'm with my friend, and I'm like, watch this. And so I slam on my brakes. And when I say slam on brakes, I don't mean just get the brake lights on. I mean, like, you know, like probably slowing down, you know, 10, 15, 20 miles an hour maybe. So I slow down quite a bit, and you see the yellow truck in my rearview mirror, because I'm watching it, right? They're right on my ass. And you see him go up, and it's kind of like leaning forward, obviously applying its brakes, trying to fucking stop. And it's like right behind me. And luckily there were no students walking on the sidewalks right next to it, or else they would have gotten hit. So they're like trying to stop so hard, and they would have rear-ended me. Either had I come to a complete stop, or had they not turned onto the curb. So literally, instead of rear-ending the back of my car, which they totally were going to do had they not turned right onto the curb. So they just went like up and over this curb a little bit, and you see their car like had to come to a complete stop. Oh, they were so pissed. It was so funny. I was just dying. One, because they didn't hit my car. And two, because like, yeah, you done fucked up. Like, okay, sorry, we're going up over this hill. I'm going faster than the speed limit. It's fine. Don't be on my ass. And so I slammed on my brakes. I'm such a douchebag driver, guys. I'm not gonna like ignore that. Trust me, I know. I just find it absolutely hilarious. And so don't be on my ass. It's not that hard. That's my one rule. Well, no, I have several driving rules that piss me off. But anyway, so also, it was Christmas. This is just a little bit later than the first story I told. And so it's Christmas, and I'm driving, and I'm in this like brake checking mood lately. Like, I'm just so pumped. It's been on my mind lately. I'm like, okay, let's see how close these people are. So driving, going on the same road as I was in the last story, just further up the road, going, you know, just slightly over the speed limit. So I'm like, okay, well, there are these people on my ass, and it's Christmas Day. I was going to visit a friend, so I'm going to her house, and it's on Christmas Day, like Christmas fucking morning, like when I got time, and these people are on my ass. I'm like, okay, well, you know what? I'm not gonna brake check them, right? I don't want to get in a car crash on Christmas Day. Like, that would suck, right? As much as good it was be to get like insurance money or whatever, it would still suck going through the process, especially on Christmas Day, like ruining somebody's Christmas. The gift that keeps on giving, car insurance money. Fuck you. So I'm just like, okay, well, let's do my douchebag thing again. So I slowed down. I got nice and slow, man. I was like going under the speed limit, just being a total fucking asshole, just driving along, you know, like a little grandma. And they're like on my ass, like they were so close, and they were pissed. There's a guy and a girl. And so I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna keep going slow because I'm keeping them here, right? There's nothing they can do. They can't pass me legally. And so they end up going over over this double yellow. Well, it's not like a double yellow. It's like a merge. It's like turning lane. So they go over the turning lane, which is a yellow and dashes on the other side, not like applicable for our side, but they end up going over that lane and like speeding past me. And like once they started trying to pass me, I started like speeding up or whatever just to see if I could let them not pass me or whatever. But no, they went too fast for my car, so I'm like, damn it. But I kept him at bay for probably a good 2-3 minutes, just right behind me, going slower than the speed limit. I was so pissed. I was like, you know what, fuck you, get off my ass. But I'm not gonna brake check you. I'm just gonna keep you going nice and slow. So anyway, I'm a douchebag driver, trust me, I know. So the last story for today is actually not me being a douchebag, but it's still something funny that happened yesterday morning. So I get to school, right? I have my coffee, and I'm like ready to go to school, and I'm amped. Not really amped. I was pretty tired, but I was like ready to go to school. Get out of my car, I park, and I parked on kind of like the far side, and so this car comes around the corner, right? I'm like on my phone or whatever, just chilling, not really doing anything too important, about to just walk to class, hold my coffee, and I hear slam, and then I hear it had me dying because I'm like, whoa, what happened? And I look over to my right where it happened, on the street just a little bit past me. Obviously these people had been behind me, and I see this girl's like bumper dragging on the fucking ground, or like something was dragging on the ground, and it was loud, like you could just hear as it was scraping after the bang or whatever. So I look over to my right, and I'm just dying because I could see that they got in a car crash. And I just found it so fucking funny because they're in a parking lot. Like, it's a parking lot for my school, and you know, you're going relatively slow, and somehow, like, the road's not slick or anything, and somehow they managed to get into a car crash. I found that hilarious, right? It was a pretty minor incident, and like her fucking front was just fucked up and like on the ground. And so like the other person gets out, and they're like, oh fuck, like looking at their car, and they're looking at their, you're like, fuck. So it was just a funny way to start my Monday morning. Like yesterday was a really interesting and pretty funny day, but yeah, it was just a really interesting way to start the day. And it's like, okay, well, you dumbasses got in a car crash in the car parking lot. I couldn't really tell whose fault it was, but I believe it's the person behind, because you know, they hit, and then you could hear their fucking bumper dragging or whatever. So funny, dude. Really hope you guys enjoy this episode. Don't forget to smash the like button. Let's do 400 likes on this video. I know we can do it for these funny stories. I love you guys. I'm a douchebag driver. Are you? Let me know what ticks you off when you drive your pet driving peeves. I love you. Stay sexy. Bye.